I mean, it was definitely a game of clean air. And that's obviously it was interesting to see how last year's Auto Club race and this year's Auto Club race differed. Um, and I think that was one thing. It was guys hadn't engineered it as much, and we didn't see clean air be as much of an advantage as it was today. Because I mean, we saw Kyle Busch was hounding the one car, and as soon as he got out in front of him, he took off.
Yeah.
Um,
That and a big
so
thing today, the cool temps today kind of didn't help with that either.
that's also
Yeah.
that's a good point. It was like 50 degrees today.
Yeah, it unfortunately it not too bad, but it did hurt the race a little bit, which was unfortunate for it being the last Auto Club race, at least in this configuration.
Also, it's Auto Club Speedway.
What were they calling it?
I'd never heard them. They called it either Fontana Speedway or California Speedway.
Auto Club didn't pay enough, I guess.
I guess Fontana Speedway has never been a thing.
No.
Like, I called it California Speedway forever. I almost never have called it Auto Club. But
I pretty much always just call it Fontana.
I'll call it Fontana. It's not. I don't know where people were getting Fontana Speedway. It's never been that. Like,
fuck it. We're gonna start. If we went back ever again, if we go back when we finally go back, hopefully, fingers crossed for the short track race. I'm just gonna call it allegedly. I'm gonna call it Fontana Speedway just for the fuck of it.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, the racing definitely did suffer, and like you said, yeah, it being cooler temps, that definitely made it more of a one groove track in 1 and 2. It was pretty much the top 2 lanes was where you needed to be through 1 and 2, but 3 and 4 still not as racy, but it was more racy than 1 and 2 was. But I don't think you put that on the track as much as you put that on the cool temps. Because it was still a fun race.
Yeah.
Like, it was still, we saw a lot of good racing. Guys could go from the back to the front. Like, I mean, this car is better than the old car. It's, I mean, I was going somewhere else with that, and I lost my train of thought. But I mean, we saw both the 8 and the 99 had top 5 finishes. The 8 obviously winning. And they both got speeding penalties and drove from the back to the front with really not much of an assist from like cautions or strategy.
Yeah. It was cool to see for sure. Cause especially with the dirty air issues, it was a little bit concerning until we started to see guys do that.
Dirty air, it was more clean air. Dirty air, that was one thing. Clean air was definitely an advantage, but dirty air, like throughout the pack, didn't seem to be much of a detriment.
Clean air was an advantage except for all the fucking trash everywhere. I don't think I've ever seen that much garbage just littering the racetrack. The whole race.
That was an homage to like early California. That used to always happen. Dude, like that, we were watching last night the damn 04 Fontana race. I guess you got there halfway through or whatever, but it was like the entire first half of the race. Their cars were getting trash on their grill, and people were backing up, getting behind somebody, like it was the entire first part of the race. And I remember that back in the day, for whatever reason, Fontana and Michigan being those two. I mean, I guess big, big high speed ovals, shit sticks to the grill more. I don't know. But yeah, it was. We hadn't seen it in a while, but yeah, today it was definitely an issue in both the races.
That and the sand, like there was so much sand, and I was kind of surprised. Just I figured with all the rain and snow and whatever, I figured it might have calmed it down a little bit, and nah, they just brought it all out.
You got to think about it every time when it snows, like in your city, it leaves a lot of dust and brings up a lot of stuff from the surface.
That's true. Did it snow so much that it stuck though?
No, but I don't know how weather works.
You don't know how weather works?
No, I do remember. Yeah, the sandblasting was like last year. It was, well, I guess I don't know, huh? I feel like I remember that at Fontana last year.
I don't remember
I can't
hearing
remember
about it
whose
as
car
much.
I don't remember whose car off the top of my head, but I'm picturing someone's car that I remember seeing it, and it was pretty. But you get shit from the mountains, plus you get it from, the beach. And, shit flies in. It's kind of like Darlington.
Yeah.
In a way.